Today's adventure brings us to Goshen, New Hampshire. As you can see by the sign up here, we're about 1.25 miles from where we expected to park. But that's okay. We're going to end up using logging roads and bushwhacking to the summit of Blood Mountain. And then we will go and explore the 1949 plane crash site of an AT-6. So we've come across this cellar hole. Can't tell you anything about it because I didn't even know it was here. We expected to be able to drive a lot further than we did, so it's a large one. I don't know if it was a barn or whatever, but as I come down here, obviously this was the kitchen. Okay, we've come to a left off the trail. We believe this is the left that we're gonna need. Further down the road is where we were gonna park another 400 feet. We have had a couple of vehicles pass us, and they told us that sign was only good for mud season. Would have been nice to know that before we did an extra 1.25 miles to get here. All right, so we've come to a lookout, and I believe what you're looking out at is Lake Gunson, also known locally as the Goshen Ocean. It was named after John Williams Gunson. He was a military officer and an explorer. And also from this lookout, there was a tie down of some sort. Fire tower? Nah, I don't think so. So as you can probably tell, we have started a bushwhack. That trail that we took up led to the outlook, and then it stopped. We're working our way over. We'll see if we can't find the other way to get in as we get out. So we've come to an area that was obviously logged. Makes bushwhacking easy.
Not that this is hard.
Yeah, this isn't hard at all, this hike. So we've come across some bones. Pretty sure they're not human. All right, so my compadres are working their way up. So you can see, it's getting a little bit steep, but it's kind of open, so it's not bad for a bushwhack. All right, let's go find us a plane. Welcome to the summit of Blood Mountain. And I apologize, I did not say that John and Elaine were with us today on this journey. We did find part of the plane already. We will go back down and film that. We wanted to come up and hit the summit just to say we did. As you can see, there's really no need for it. But we did bag the peak. Going a little fast here. You can see the bugs on the lens again. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but out through the trees there, that would be the Monadnock Centipede Greenway. And that's pretty much the summit. All right, we're gonna go down to the plane now. Shortly after 6 p.m. on November 20th, 1949, 18-year-old John Moses, a freshman at Harvard University, flew his plane into some low-level clouds that were surrounding the summit of Blood Mountain. Unfortunately, his altitude was about 300 feet too low, and the plane crashed into this area. When the plane made impact with the slope of the mountain, the fuselage actually landed 75 feet beyond that. And where we're standing right now is about another 25 to 50 feet from that. We're standing where the engine landed, as you can see from the various parts. Now, John's body was actually thrown probably another 25, 50 feet further upslope from where we're standing right now. They initially thought that he had survived because they had seen a partially opened parachute, but unfortunately he did not survive the crash. When the plane hit the side of the mountain, it just exploded. Metal went everywhere. Check out this tree. Yeah, that piece of metal is part of that tree now from the plane. The research we did said it was a huge explosion, and this whole area burnt. So I can only imagine. Thinking maybe the wing. This is our 4th crash site. We've been to the one on Belknap Mountain, the one on Mount Success, and the one on Mount Watanomi. And they all have twisted pieces of unidentified metal. Now the main fuselage is located right down here. Let's go take a look. Now even though John Moses was only 18 years old, he did have over 13,000 air miles of experience. And this plane was given to him by his parents as a gift the Christmas prior to the accident. John was also an only child. I mentioned at the beginning of the video that the plane was an AT-6. I did find one report that said it was an SNJ. The difference between the two? Well, the AT-6 was used by the Army Air Corps, and the SNJ was used by the Navy. The British Commonwealth Air Force actually used the same plane too, and it was called the Harvard. So yes, they are all the same plane. It was designed to be a trainer to train pilots during World War II, and they used them up into the 70s. As a matter of fact, these planes were also used in the movie Tora, Tora, Tora. They were painted with the Japanese markings to make them look like the Mitsubishi Zeros. And as I continue to pan around the crash area, come up on the plane, it's a little bit small to get inside. Or is it? Yes, I have the camera inside. I'm still on the outside, but this is what the inside of the plane looks like. All right, so there's a grand tour of inside the plane. You can't say we don't try to show you everything. Now there's just more debris that is laying around the plane. There is a lot of it up here. All right, the plane appears to be laying on its side, and as I get up closer, see how there appears to be a rip right here in the outer skin? Now, let's go in and take another look around. Alright, that just about shows you everything that is up here at the crash site. Remember, this is a bushwhack. There are no trails coming up here. It's a great find. It's kind of cool to see and all. But keeping in mind, a life was also lost up here. So, and that is a tragedy. Alright, so we're back down to where we parked. Pay no attention to that sign. You can go on through. Anyway, it was a great hike. We had a great day with our friends John and Elaine. We got up to the plane crash site. The remains are still there. And other than that, we wish the pilot rest in peace. But till our next adventure, the end.